You cannot tell yourself that story anymore, that this is my girl, this is my wife, this is what we had, we're going just through a phase. You gotta think about it differently. You're a new guy, she's a new girl. You have to do everything all over again. If you keep thinking about that relationship, you will have a disconnect from her. She will not even hear you. For her to understand you, you have to think like her. One of my clients sent me a video of Andrew Tate, and in the video Andrew says, I do not understand when people don't think like me. Just move on, don't wait for that bitch, just drop it. The thing that Andrew Tate doesn't understand here in this case is that the same way there are people with blue eyes, brown eyes, taller, shorter, when it comes to mental and emotional toughness, people are also different. It's not that, hey, if you think different, if you don't think like me, if you're emotional, fuck you. It's not like that, man. It's real. Emotions are real. Whatever it is that you're feeling is real. I've worked with 6,000 guys through this program, through the expect program, through the breakup program, and I understand every person is living in a different reality. But this doesn't allow you to stay where you are, to drink, to cry for months over a relationship that is over. You have to move forward because you and your ex are now out of sync. If you want to get her back, if you want to heal and recover, move away from this breakup, you have to create a new version of yourself. But listen, when we were together, it was really sweet. We had a really great time. It's over, dude. You want to have a new relationship with this girl, you have to move forward because she's not there. She's not thinking about us anymore. She's thinking about her. Maybe new relationship. Now, are you the guy who's fit, who's strong, who's happy, who's confident to be in front of her? Or you're the kind of guy who's like, you know, baby, let's go back. Remember all these things. Hey, I'm sorry, I apologize. Dude, imagine all the time you just sit and think about all of the bad things. Think about this failure. Think about this relationship that went through. Instead of thinking, what am I going to do next? The answer that you're looking for is in future. And for you to have a good future with this girl or any girl, forget about what happened. How can you forget it? Your mind is going to pick something to think about. Feed your mind good thoughts. It's up to you what you think about. You know, think about an orange, think about an apple, think about a bottle of water. You can't think about whatever you want. Your mistakes, what went wrong, all of that stuff. And guess what? You stay there. You stay there. And I see guys who dwell with past, they don't move on. Look forward, come up with a plan. In the program, I'll give you a very solid blueprint that you can follow and move forward. If you haven't already, make sure you read my book. The link is in the description. In there, I teach you the steps of state control system, which is exactly what you need to come out of this. If she's not responding to your messages, if she's cold, if she's distant, if she says she doesn't want to be with you, if you feel like you've lost power, the translation of that is get stronger. I don't like this version of you. When guys come to me for help to get their ex back, they constantly ask me what text message should I send, what is my next move. Your next move is to play from the position of power, because that woman or any woman that you want to be with, she will not choose you if you're weak. If you get stuck dwelling with those negative emotions, regret, anger, sadness, jealousy, nostalgia, thinking that you took her for granted, and begging her to come back, you just go lower and lower. Remember, you want to get her back. Think about your life like a timeline. Your childhood was one sequence. When you went to school was one sequence. When you went to university was one sequence. Your relationship was one sequence. Now it's over. Now you can spend all of your time and energy and focus thinking about that sequence that finished and it's not here anymore. Or you can think about the current sequence, which is the next step of your life. And you have to sync with this timeline, because if you're out of sync, you suffer. If you live in the past, you suffer. It doesn't matter how much you miss her. If you want to get her back, if you want to move forward, if you want to move on, if you want to recover, the only thing that matters is that you look forward. And most people, most guys get stuck. They don't want the scene to end. Imagine you're watching a movie, you keep repeating one scene. She has moved forward. She doesn't care. She does not care because she's not here. That scene has ended for her. So for you, the first step, have awareness of what is happening. Emotionally paralyzed by these negative emotions, drop them. These are like heavy weights on your shoulders. It's like you're trying to stand up, but there's so much weight on your shoulder. Gotta drop. You gotta release these emotions before anything else. And this is absurd. This is crazy to think you have chance to get her back if you're still flooded with these negative emotions. So you have to release these emotions first. And it really doesn't matter if you had 3 kids together, if you were together for 15 years, for 20 years. The only thing that matters is that you have to come out of this. Most guys get trapped with these thoughts of past and they just get stuck there. And look, you have very limited units of energy and focus. You can either spend this energy and focus thinking about past, or you can use them to move forward, release these emotions, move forward, and do what you need to do to get the relationship that you want. So if you want to get this girl back, if you want to start playing from the position of power, read the books that I give you in the program. Fix your emotional attachment to this person. You can read the book Codependent No More. That's a good book to start. One of my clients told me, Ben, I went to her office, I surprised her, I took her flowers and a box of cookies. And she walked out with the flowers and the cookies, threw everything in the bin and told me to get lost. Dude, you are in a game. You cannot lead with emotions. You cannot think about what you had anymore. If you want to move forward with life, if you want this terror to finish, you have to change, dude. You cannot tell yourself that story anymore, that this is my girl, this is my wife, this is what we had, we're going just through a phase. You gotta think about it differently. You're a new guy, she's a new girl. You have to do everything all over again. If you keep thinking about that relationship, you will have a disconnect from her. She will not even hear you. For her to understand you, you have to think like her. So the story that you're telling yourself about her, or you and her together, is over. Now it's up to you. You can live, fantasize about that story, or you can start a new story which is so much better. So first thing, understand your emotions. Why do you suffer? What feeling do you have? Which negative emotions do you have? Is it regret? Is it sadness, grieving just because she's not there? Do you miss her? Do you feel jealousy because she's getting close to somebody else? Understand what you feel first. Write down a list of the emotions that you feel. Then go through them one by one and tackle them. You gotta make sure you do not make the same mistakes as you go forward. It's really important to learn. Look, this breakup could be the best thing that ever happened to you. This breakup could be a blessing, but if you're not careful, this could be one of the worst things that happened to you. Because I see some guys pick up the bottle, they start doing drugs, they get into a worse relationship, they start watching porn, they start paying prostitutes. And I see another group of guys, they start self-development. Okay, what was wrong with me? What did I do? I don't want to be this guy anymore. I don't want to be this weak emotional guy anymore. My sometimes I see guys tell me, Ben, I wasted 10 years of my life in a relationship that I knew is not right, but I stayed there because I was afraid of breakup. She was afraid of breakup. If you are there, dude, this is a blessing. Fast forward your life. In a few months, you can be in a significantly better place. But you gotta make the right choice, dude. If you make a wrong choice, if you become that guy who sits on couch and has bad thoughts and it's like, man, this is so much stronger than me, I cannot do anything about it. This version of you, yes, this breakup is bigger than you, but you can grow, dude. That's the whole point. The point of this breakup is for you to go to the next level. For example, when you met your ex, you were certain type of guy. You had certain qualities. You probably were much happier than now. But after the breakup, now you're either a bit lower or you're still in the same level. But she grew out. She grew out. For any reason, she's next level now. For you to go to her level, you gotta fix your emotions first before anything else. Then there are protocols that I give you in the program. If you read the protocols, they'll basically teach you everything you need to know about communication with your ex. That's the second step. When guys get to this point, they don't really want to get back together with their ex because the guy thinks like, I don't feel the longing, I don't feel sad, I don't feel the regret anymore, because you process all of these emotions. You also have new skills and you also realize, well, we broke up because of this reason. Yeah, there are scenarios that it's a good idea to get back together, but it's not always the case. If she cheated on you, if you had arguments, if you completely lost the power, if she was disrespecting you, if she was not the right person for you, if she was somebody who slept with your best friend, who slept with your cousin, which happens sometimes, if she's somebody who doesn't care about your emotions at all. Most people hijack the word love because of neediness and insecurity and codependency and use it there. This is not love. Love is when two people want to be together. If you love someone, it's very difficult for you to hurt them. Understand the setup first, otherwise you're gonna be fighting a losing battle in the wrong field. Understand the situation, because right now you're flooded with emotions and it's very difficult for you to see what to decide. It's very difficult for you to choose what to do.